It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Hey. It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas and sunrise. Hey.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. I'm Anastasia Palacios.
Good morning, I'm Philip Simon. Happy Monday with Monday to you.
And we hope that you are ready for a wonderful show that we've got lined up for you this morning and that you enjoyed this long holiday weekend and looking forward to spending another day just resting and relaxing.
I know, right? Long weekend, but listen, we are up early just for you. All
Just-
fresh up. I got on my my artistic, little...
Yeah. See, it's a vibe Phil's going for,
Yeah,
right? We're at
yeah.
the National Art Gallery this morning, as you might be able to tell.
Yeah.
And so Phil decided that he would bring the art. He's not just
Yeah.
handsome enough. He had to do it in shirt form as
I
well.
couldn't decide what color, so I brought them all.
But listen, we're really looking forward to a great show. And I always like to ask this trivia on Whit Monday because a lot of people enjoy this holiday but have no idea what
clue.
the holiday is for. So do any of you know what the holiday is for?
Sleep, beach,
No.
food.
Nope.
Nope.
No. The holiday, of course, are based on a Christian calendar, and Whit Monday is actually the Monday where we celebrate the gift of Pentecost, or the coming of the Holy Spirit.
Oh.
So we get this day off like we do Easter Monday because it's significant in the church's calendar as one related to us getting the Holy Spirit. So may you be blessed today and filled with the spirit of love and
Absolutely.
joy and rest.
Absolutely. And we're going to help out with that today. We have the Diocesan Chorale who's going to be, performing a little bit. So
Yeah.
get you in the mood and keep you in the mood. We also will be talking with the National Art Gallery. They have a wonderful summer program. And of course, we're going to see a bit about the exhibits.
Yeah. I absolutely love this space. We did a show from here last year. Amanda Colton is such a visionary, and really what they've been able to create in this community has been phenomenal. Grey Cliff has been here for some time. We're going to be talking with them today.
Man,
So
they're
many
doing some
exciting things
eh?
you could do.
They don't take over the whole street.
They have, and I love it. And I love the fact that you can go there now and make chocolates. They've got their wine cellar that's so fabulous.
Yeah.
I mean, just a beautiful space, a pizzeria, so many things happening with Grey Cliff
Now,
that has transitioned into the entire Charleston area.
I know you're doing that segment, right? But I saw the display.
Right?
We sharing.
So I'm very excited about that segment.
To be sharing today.
All right, Phil. I mean, he didn't ask, right? And so this is an example of what not to do. You can say, could I please have? He didn't do that, and so I will consider in my good human nature, since it's Win Monday, whether or not I will share with Phil without the please and thank yous that I was taught so graciously. Remember, guys, that Father's Day is still coming up, and we're still looking for people who are interested in participating in the competition. And so if you are, please send in a photo of you and your dad, or dad, if you're watching one of your children that looks exactly like you, send that photo to sparker@tclbahamas.com. Always amazing prizes, and always good to have you play with us as it relates to Father's Day. So we're looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still wondering whether or not it's Naja, right? Naja would be the one to kind of...
Yeah, Naja.
Okay.
You can't enter though, so I mean...
Forget it. Never mind. Forget it, Naja.
Don't worry about it. Sorry, Naja.
Yeah, matching outfits.
He's the host, it wouldn't work out.
Wouldn't work out.
But you still do matching outfits. I think that'll be really cute.
Nah.
No? Okay.
She's 18. That ain't happening.
And we're going to take a first look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Star, and good morning, Bahamas. Your first look at weather sunrise on this Whit Monday holiday. We do have troughing across the northwest Bahamas. That's going to trigger off some cloudiness and showers over the northwest and central Bahamas. Lovely day over the southeastern islands. In your weather today, variable cloudiness with a few showers, even an isolated thunderstorm, mainly across the northwest and central Bahamas, partly sunny skies, and hot over the southeastern islands, high temperature 89 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, looking at partly cloudy skies, still a chance of a few late night showers, your low temperature going down to 76 degrees Fahrenheit. And some region highs and lows across the Caribbean, Barbados 84 and 79, in Jamaica 85 and 73, in Trinidad 87 and 76, and the Turks and Caicos Islands 90 and 76. Across North America, Atlanta 82 and 68, in Raleigh 83 and 67, in Miami 85 79, Dallas, Texas 87 and 77, and Toronto, Canada 63 and 56. As we go through the week, we have a mix of sun and clouds with a couple of showers, isolated thunderstorms mainly by the afternoon hours. Because the southwesterly flow, we have some moisture in the atmosphere, so the chance of rain is about 30%. Temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s, low 90s daytime, and the mid to upper 70s at nighttime. That puts you up in your first look at weather sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Phil.
Welcome back to Bahamas at sunrise on this bright and beautiful Whit Monday. As you can see, the sun is fully up. But listen, what better place to have a summer camp than here at the National Art Gallery of the Bahamas. Very pleased to be joined on Bahamas at sunrise by Katrina Cartwright. That's a Long Island gal, eh?
All the way.
All day long. Education and Outreach Manager. And Matthew Ramming, the Assistant Education Officer?
Curatorial.
Curator.
assistant, yeah.
And of course, a former Mixed Media Summer Camp counselor. Good morning, guys. Welcome
Good
to Bahamas at
morning.
sunrise.
Good morning.
Yeah, gotta love this place. I mean, Villa Doyle. I mean,
The Villa Doyle.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And we pass it all the time. It's such a beautiful place. But you guys have been doing the summer camp for a minute now, several years in different iterations. But it has certainly evolved. I mean, speak generally about the camp and what it is you hope to accomplish this year that might be different from other years.
Well, the summer camp this year is, well, like everything else that you do, you keep on building,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, last year was fabulous, and we want this year to be even more fabulous, you know,
Okay.
as corny as that sounds.
So keep it fabulous.
Keep it fabulous.
Yeah.
But what we hope to accomplish is what we want to accomplish every single time we do these summer camps. We want to create a safe space
Okay.
for kids from all backgrounds. We keep it as diverse as possible through scholarships, partial payment plans, advertising widely, and really building a pretty strong audience for this. So they can all come into the space and just work together and learn from each other and, and not just develop a relationship with the museum, but also develop a relationship with the people who work here and the artists and the people who they meet, and really have an experience that will impact them for a lifetime.
No doubt about it. But so when you talk about mixed media, and when we talk about art, because I mean it's such a big definition, right? But specifically you call it a mixed media, summer camp. What does that mean?
Well, generally mixed media means that you're using everything.
Okay.
Everything. Paint, wood, found objects, pencils, clay, whatever. So mixed media generally means that you use everything. And it's quite apropos for this camp because we just make stuff. And we work really hard to give campers a very well-rounded experience. So they not only get to work with the fine art side of it, they also get to work with more craft-based work as well, because we don't think either one is more important than the other, right? And that's really where the name comes from. So you can just like this very broad focus on material.
Matthew, you've been involved with it a couple of years now, camp counselor. What can the kids expect when they come?
Well, of course, they can expect just a generally beautiful time. It's an excellent experience, and they can expect also to be challenged to some degree, because a lot of it is about fostering creativity and creative mindsets and creative general living and loving.
What's a typical day? So it's 2 weeks at a time. But what's a typical day from when they arrive at 9 and they leave at 3? What are some of the things that they'll be doing?
Well, I guess we can answer that jointly. I think generally they get here, they get divided into their groups. After the first day, they know who their teacher is, they know who their camp counselors are, who they're working with. The teachers have a curriculum, activities already laid out, materials ready to use, and they get started. They make work on some days. Other days it may be that they're going to be working on a mural, because we have that as a part of the program.
Okay.
Another day it may be that we have presenters coming in who are doing work that's actually in line with the theme. Our theme this year is Parading Through the Caribbean. And then on another day, we may be doing field trips.
Okay.
So, we keep it dynamic, we keep it vibrant. We try not to get them bored, because if we're bored, they're bored.
Oh my goodness, you
and
don't want bored kids.
No, and there's nothing worse than boring camp. So we work hard not to be those people. Yes.
Absolutely. Matthew, I see you nodding your head, right? Those field trips. What has been probably some of the most memorable experiences you've had, as a participant and a counselor over those last several years?
Well, I think what's definitely most memorable is, like Katrina mentioned, the mural program, because students get to work with practicing artists who have been working for years or maybe are new to the scene, and they get to see how the process works, and they get to see their work go from a blank wall to beautiful, bright murals, and sometimes they're up for years. So they get to come back to the gallery and say, look, mommy, I did that, and I experienced this.
Or they get to meet, I got to meet so-and-so. I mean,
June Carley, Avani Johnson.
Oh, nice.
All of these artists, Angelica Wallace-Whitfield.
Wow.
They are practicing artists engaged in the field, and they get to experience that.
I mean, that must be so exciting for, a young person who's actually into the arts and wanting to learn about it. What do you think has made Bahamian art different than what you might see elsewhere in Europe? I mean, what's distinctive to us, you think?
Well, I think our perspective is definitely distinctive. We come from a particular place with a particular history, and you can definitely see that in the artwork. Some of the things that we talk about and the way that we talk about them, is very unique to who we are as a people. And I think the way that we approach color and light and vibrancy and movement is definitely very distinctive too, because some parts of the world, they wouldn't have sun like this in the morning. It would be cloudy and overcast, so that's a part of their work. But that brightness, that life, that exuberance, that's definitely a part of Bahamian art.
And I remember a very prominent artist in his own right, Jackson Burnside, always used to say, culture's who you is, where you is. All the time. Katrina, just once again, give us some details on the actual camp, when it's going to be, how can people register, etc.
Okay, so all the things. So like I said, the theme this year is Parading Through the Caribbean. We are looking at indigenous festivals in the Caribbean region, and also looking at how that relates to what we do here. Really exploring those relationships and those commonalities. It's very easy to register. You just go to our website, nagb.org.bs. You select Learn from the menu at the top. From the drop-down menu, hit Families, and once you get on that page, you scroll down to the bottom. It's right to the bottom. You just follow all the information, and you can apply online. If you don't feel as comfortable with that, you can come into our mixed media gift store and apply there. We offer partial scholarships as well for those who may need a little assistance. And those forms are available online, but they're also, again, available at the gift store. And if you don't qualify for a partial scholarship, or if you feel like, well, I don't need one, give it to somebody else who needs it more, but I just need a little bit more time, we do have a payment plan, too. So we work really, really hard to make sure that people can access this program wherever they are, because, you know, things tough.
Yeah, things are tough.
Things
And
tough.
the age category is from?
Ages 5 to 17.
Oh, just send them.
Just send them. 5 to 17. They're here 9 to 3, Monday to Friday.
Right.
So, you know, it's like being in school, but a lot more fun.
And of course, if somebody wants to sponsor or participate, they can also...
You can do that too. So we have 2 major sponsors on board right now and a couple more in the works, but we have Furniture Plus and the Diagula Art Foundation who are sponsoring 4 kids each.
Wow.
Who are 4 of them were part of the Furniture Plus art competition. At least 3 of them are coming from Grand Bahama. And the other, through the Diagula Art Foundation, they're bringing kids from underserved communities here who they've been working with, who they feel could really benefit from this program. So we work with partners a lot to get those kids, because we understand that they may not be able to access this kind of opportunity otherwise.
Right, absolutely. Well, listen, Katrina Cartwright, Education and Outreach Manager here at the NAGB, and Matthew Ramming, it's a foxhole boy, eh? Yeah, definitely. Assistant and former Mixed Media Summer Camp Counselor, nagb.org.
.bs.
.bs. All right, great. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. Sun is up. We'll be right back.
I'm Jennifer Baisden, Group Sales and Marketing Manager for Bahamas Air, and it's my pleasure to invite you to experience Houston. From out-of-the-world excitement at Space Center's Houston, the gateway to NASA's Mission Control, to the over 10,000 restaurants representing cuisine from more than 70 countries. Houston has it all. Come, experience Houston with direct service on Bahamas Air. For more information on flight and packages, visit bahamasair.com.
Good afternoon. First response. How can I help you?
I've been in an accident on West Bay Street. Can you send someone to help?
Yes, ma'am. A first response team will be there in 15 minutes. Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine, but a bit upset.
We're glad you're not hurt. Please, try to relax. Our team will take care of everything as soon as they arrive.
First Response provides immediate on-site service and support from the scene of an accident through the claims and repair process. And it's free to all Bahamas First insured drivers in New Providence every day for any type of accident. If you drive and want first response on your side, call 32-FIRST or visit bahamasfirst.com for the name of an authorized Bahamas First agent. First response can't prevent an accident from happening,
But it can certainly ease your mind when it happens.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. We're here at the beautiful National Art Gallery. But as you make your way to the art gallery, you are encompassing a space that is simply phenomenal. The entire street looks like art, and that's been a part of the historic Charlestown revitalization, and due mainly in part to the restaurant that we've known to know and love, Grey Cliff. Well, Grey Cliff is with us this morning. They recently won Best Restaurant in the entire Caribbean from the Caribbean Journal Traveler's Choice Awards, and they're the driving force behind all of the beauty that you see here that doesn't only look good but tastes good as well. Very happy to welcome Dawn Pinder and Crystal Mizik. Crystal is the supervisor for the Grey Cliff Chocolatier, and Dawn basically makes it all happen. And so we're happy to have them join us this morning. Good morning, ladies, and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, and thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, a pleasure to have you guys with us. I mean, I've been coming to this area since I was a small child, and just to see the way that it has transformed over the past, like 5-6 years has really been phenomenal. And even just last year with the addition of the umbrella art to the street, you've really added a vibrant culture back to this part of Nassau. It must feel good.
Yes.
It really does, right?
Yes.
I'm sure it tastes good too.
Oh, yeah.
So talk to me about the many offerings that Grey Cliff has to offer in this central area.
Okay, as you know, we have the chocolate factory as well. We have, the new addition is the actual Bahamas Barrel, the winery.
Okay.
Which has taken off more than Mr. Garzaroli could have ever imagined.
Wow.
It's great. We also have the cigar factory.
Okay.
And then we have several boutique stores on property as well that sells all of our products. Also, we have the artist studio that has different, Bahamian artists inside there that does either paintings or craft work, or like the lady does sun drops, she does candles, soaps, bubble baths, cologne, all that kind of stuff in there as well.
So it really is a full Bahamian experience that you
That's
can
what we're aiming for, yes.
Mixed with, I guess, with that kind of old world charm that Grey Cliff is so known for.
Yes.
And then, of course, the excellence in service. And you guys have brought a variety of the products that you sell today. I'm particularly excited about the brownie. And I'm putting this on record because Phil doesn't need to have my brownie. You know, so I need the world to know that's my brownie. But I didn't even know that you guys made brownies in the chocolate factory.
Yes, we do. And that is actually one of our best sellers, our chocolate brownies.
Okay.
Yes.
So I've also seen photos of people actually coming into Grey Cliff and making chocolates themselves. So is that something that you guys do? Talk to me about like the chocolate tour.
We do offer chocolate tours. We have, we call it a walkthrough.
Okay.
It's like $11.24 per person.
Wow.
You can bring your factory, bring your family, find out exactly how we make our chocolates from bean to bars.
Okay.
Give you chocolates in liquid form at the back. That's a milk, white, and dark.
Okay.
And we give you a sample of our showcase, and then 10% if you purchase anything in the store.
Okay.
Then we have one we call our interactive tour. That's $56 per person and $39.16 for adults. For kids, sorry. You can actually sit down and make a whole heap of chocolate, and whatever you make, you get to carry.
What?
Yes.
I sound like I know what I could be doing next week Saturday. No, but that's actually really fun, and I think it's so cool that there are these engaging opportunities, not just for tourists, but for locals as well.
For locals as well.
And then certainly like a blended group, of course, could come in and do that. So that's a lot of fun.
Yes.
The cigar lounge has really expanded, though.
It sure has.
And you guys are now in multiple places, right?
Yes, we are. We have obviously the cigar factory here, and then we also have a cigar store over to Atlantis. One of the kiosks over there. We also have a chocolate store over in Atlantis as well. And we also have our chocolates and cigars in the airport lounge as well.
Yeah. I remember seeing the San Grey Cliff cigar lounge in the airport, and I said, okay, we're doing some fancy stuff.
And the chocolates are also offered at, we also have a little stall inside Fresh Markets, both locations, Harbor Bay and 04.
So if I can't get all the way down here, I could go down to Harbor Bay or to
the 04
Bay and get some chocolates there. Y'all are not helping my waistline at all, I may as well tell you. But you know what else is exciting? I think it's this idea of wines and what they mean. And so it's so cool that you guys have the cellar here now. Are there wine pairings or wine and cheese
You can actually
nights?
do a wine blending class. So you can actually come in. It's roughly like an hour and a half. We have a lot of Bahamians that come and do just like how we were talking about with weddings and stuff. They'll bring the ladies to come with them and they'll make their own wines.
Wow.
And we keep the recipe on file for you so you can blend however to your liking, to your taste, and you get your own personalized label.
Okay.
And so that'll be your wine. And if you want to order more, I think the lady actually ordered it for her wedding.
Oh, wow.
And she had a couple bottles made for her wedding with their label on it. And
That is
it's
so
always
cool.
on file. So
and this is the reason why I love to do the show, right? Because I just didn't know that could happen.
Oh yeah, the wine blending class is rocketed. It's taken off.
Okay. So how do we kind of stay in touch with Grey Cliff? Are you guys online? How do we know exactly what's happening with Grey Cliff and when? Is there a number that we could call to just learn more?
You could just go onto our website, greycliff.com, and everything will show up on there. Anything from the restaurant straight down to the chocolate factory, cigar factory, even down to the boutique stores.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so for you as a chocolatier, because one of my favorite movies as a kid was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, right? So I just think it's so cool that you can actually make your own chocolate here. What has been the most exciting part about working in this kind of field?
You get to eat the most chocolate.
I know.
You get to eat the most
Yeah.
chocolate.
You get to eat the most
And
chocolate.
also with the chocolates, just as she said with the wine bottles, you can specialize your own chocolate bars as well. You can either put your own, like she said, for the wedding reception, you can get your whole menu actually on chocolate if you want to.
Yeah, actually we've done that before, right?
Yes.
We put it on it's actually a good size chocolate.
Okay.
And we actually printed the menu on
the
chocolate, and it's edible.
That is so cool.
So when the guests are done, they can either take the menu home with them, it's theirs, and you can eat it.
Okay. I mean, and when you think about it, when you look at the expansion of what Great Cliff has done, moving from just, restaurant and hotel into all of these little niche areas and then taking over this street and turning it into something that is as beautiful as the chocolates that you create, what do you see as kind of the future for Great Cliff and its interaction with both tourists and locals in a foodie artistic space?
Ooh. We're already doing all of that right now. I mean, a lot of people think that we're all just tourists. You'd be so amazed how many Bahamians are interactive with Great Cliff on the whole.
Okay.
Like we have a huge clientele, especially for the chocolate side of it. The schools, the government schools, the private schools, they come in for field trips.
Okay.
We have a special price for them to come, and the kids, I'm so glad they're going back home to their parents, because I mean, we fill them with chocolate, so they're wired and totally wiped out by the time they leave, and they're hyper.
Yeah.
So we try to involve with the art gallery. During the summer, they have the summer programs, and last year we fed them with the pizzeria, and this year we're trying to change it up a little bit, and we're going to actually accommodate them with them doing the chocolate class.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
that's going to be kind of pretty cool.
Yeah. Ladies, I'm so happy that you guys came and shared with us, because this is like a jewel. So many different things to do here, the boutiques to shop in, the cigar lounge, and you guys have a happy hour, right?
Yes, we have a happy hour at the winery.
Okay.
That's on Fridays at 5.
Okay.
Starts at 5.
All right, and then we could do our chocolate tours. We could come in and make our own wines. We could come and do the happy hour. So many exciting things
You could actually do cigar rolling classes as well.
And cigar rolling classes
Yes,
as well.
ma'am.
This is a whole experience, guys. Like, no, honestly, you have to come down here, schedule like a month, and each week come back and do something different at Great Cliff. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. I'm about to get into the brownie. I'm not even gonna lie. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
COB prepared me to be a leader by teaching me to work hard for what I want. I'm the first chief internal auditor at the University of Bahamas. To me, that's an honor to be able to do that. I feel like I'm giving back to a university that gave me a start in my life. I'm Errol Thompson, and this is my UB.
Apply today at www.ub.edu.bs.
Hi, I'm Davriel, and welcome to Rev Tips, where we answer your most important Rev service questions. Today's question is, how do I set up a Rev My Account? It's super easy. To create a Rev My Account, simply visit www.cablebahamas.com and click the My Account icon. Next, select the Create Account option. Please have a copy of your latest statement on hand. Enter the information as it appears on the statement to the respective areas on the form. When you've finished, click Create Account to continue with the process. Once you've registered your account, you can use your username and password to check your account balance, view past statements, and pay your bill online. And that's your Rev Tip for this week. Thanks for watching, and be sure to join us next time.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise, Shakespeare in Paradise. SIP, SIP. Well, anyway, we ain't gonna get into that, but you're now into your 11th year of celebrating and developing Bahamian theater. Wow, congratulations, and of course, still going strong. We're very pleased to be joined on Bahamas at Sunrise by Anthony Skibo Roberts, and of course, Claudette Cookie Allens. I need a nickname too now, right? Actors, directors, members of the executive board. I mean, you guys are just legends. You've been around a long time. I'm not saying you're old, but you know, you guys are legendary.
Cookie's old.
So listen, it's the 11th year of doing this. I mean, of course, a lot goes into it. It's the first 2 weeks of October, essentially last week of September.
Right.
But just speak a little bit to Shakespeare in Paradise and what it's taken to get to this point 11 years later.
10 years ago, a dream, well, 11 years ago.
Somebody had a dream.
Somebody had a dream. And you know what happens when a dream
Yeah, absolutely.
it has to be realized.
Yeah.
Nicolette Bethel.
Yeah.
And she saw the need for something special to happen. And it happened.
Yeah.
Shakespeare in Paradise.
Yeah.
Her and husband, they go around to these different festivals and they say, this has to come to the Bahamas and it's here.
Yeah.
What we've been doing was Shakespeare plays every so often because it was on the school syllabus. So it now evolved into a festival.
A festival.
And it's more than just Shakespeare. Other works have been done during that time as well.
Yeah, I mean, so you go from local Bahamian theater to, I mean, even introducing local markets to classical theater. I mean, so it certainly has evolved over time. And you've had the privilege of having so many different, I think last year you introduced short tales.
Yes, now that's an
Hey,
interesting.
listen, that is perhaps one of the true gems of the theater in our experience. Again, that was Nicolette and Philip's idea. Well, Philip is the artistic director. Okay. And Nicolette is the festival director. And they are constantly brainstorming, so to speak, and how to improve our product. And they came up with this brilliant idea of inviting individuals, writers, aspiring writers, to write short pieces and then present them. We will choose the best 10 and then we'll have a new director, new actors, and everything is done in a fashion that the writers get to see their work produced by relatively unknowns. And well, some of us are older.
Well, I was just about to say, I mean, you had over 35, I guess, submissions last year, 35 writers.
And each play is 10 minutes.
That's 10 minutes.
And we've had much more this year.
This year it was doubled.
Double the amount.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so you're doubling the amount, and as you say, you're relatively not young, right? Are you finding that there are a lot of young Bahamians kind of...
Oh, yes, that's one of the beauties of it. That's a part of the whole package. You get these interesting stories, and then you have interesting writers, and then you find young people who have things that you didn't know about, and then you have people who have a talent for directing.
Right.
So a lot of new and interesting things happen in this whole idea of short tales.
Wow.
Some of the plays can be expanded to full-length plays. And because of the number of submissions this year, we are thinking now maybe we should do something different. Maybe we should go on later on in another festival or whatever, because there's so many. And the interest, that is what is mind-boggling, the interest in young people writing.
That's interesting.
And that's phenomenal.
So the culture is alive and well.
Yeah.
Well, yes,
definitely not
and
dead.
the idea too of the whole thing is to grow it. One of the things too about Shakespeare in Paradise, we have a lot of shows, matinee shows, and we invite a whole lot of kids from the schools. And if the idea is over the festival, if we can get about 3,000 kids who are moving through the theater, it'll be great. And again, to sort of germinate it, to get that younger group of people interested in the theater. And it's not just the writing and the acting, but there are other fields in the whole production. You can do lighting, backstage, get people involved, loving the whole dramatic environment.
And it's amazing the amount, recently, I mean, I found amazing people who've never been to the Dundas. And all of a sudden, this whole resurgence of people are coming. This is my first time here.
That's amazing. You think everybody's already been to the Dundas, right?
You would have heard about this place before, but this is, I mean, and it's amazing. And so obviously we're doing something different. Or something that is bringing them out. And we're just grateful and thankful for those people who support us.
Yeah. So let's provide our viewership with some details on it, the dates, the times, and what they can expect over those 2+ weeks.
Oh, what's coming up this year?
Measure for Measure is the featured Shakespeare production. Old Story Time is the Bahamian Caribbean production. I might add that I am directing.
How did we get there?
Okay. Short Tales is two. And we've got, like I said, this year is going. Ain't misbehaving.
Ain't misbehaving.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't wait to see that myself. And but the whole idea is to get people involved, get people to appreciate, and the whole Shakespeare thing. Again, we think people who watch a Shakespeare performance develop an understanding of what the English language is about, and how you can treat a story, whether it's a tragedy, something that is dramatic, or something that's humorous. And that is always a good thing, particularly for young people, adolescents, and that sort of thing. And then the Bahamian productions and all the one-man performances that we will bring in from overseas, that sort of thing.
Performances from overseas, yes.
Okay,
well, what's interesting also with the Shakespeare productions is people who say, oh my gosh, I'm going to understand this because they're going to speak in Shakespeare language.
Right.
And last year, a gentleman come on and say, you all surprised me. I understood this, which is, you know, always encouraging. One of the things that we want to encourage is corporate Bahamas, anyway, for the school productions, to encourage them to support a school. And say, I'll pay for 200 kids from one of the government schools or some to come and see.
What would be the cost of that? I mean, per child?
We charge the kids $10 or $15. And so we just encourage, we've had some very good supporters in the past. And
if they want to do that, they just simply
call the Dundas.
Yeah, call the Dundas.
Call the Dundas, and we'd be happy to accommodate them.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's very encouraging.
Okay.
And one of the things also, I know I have to plug this in, is time.
Yeah.
If a production at the Dundas is going to start at 8 o'clock, we start at 8.
All right. You start at 8 and you close the door.
And you experienced it? What happens is in our experimental theater, which is the Black Box or the Philip A. Burris Theater, once we go in there, there's no entrance, no way for this audience to come in. So we hold for 1 or 2 minutes and then we have to close. And we just encourage the public to come. We love their support and thank them. But please come early.
Please come early. Well, listen, you've got your early notice. Of course, it's going to be the last week in September to the 12th of August. All right, you can get that information right down there at the Dundas. We've been with Anthony Skibo Roberts, Claudette Cookie Allens. They are actors, directors, executive board members, Ring Play Productions, and of course Dundas.
Yes.
Yeah. Shakespeare in Paradise.
Shakespeare and the Dundas.
Yeah.
All in one.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, good to see you, man. All right. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
New Providence Life Insurance Company wants to be your lifetime insurance partner. Through good times and bad, we are here to light the way. We offer educational savings plans, family plans for medical, dental, and vision, income protection to pay bills if you can't work, and a full set of plans designed for senior adults. New Providence Life, your beacon of security through every season.
Wait, that's Omar Little from The Wire. You think everyone is Omar from The Wire?
Wow, it's really nice to meet a fan.
It's like he's right here. Are you telling me he's been on all type shows and stuff?
And you know, Rev Go Play plays a lot of good movies and TV shows.
Excuse me, can't you see we're watching something else? Rude.
Settle all your pop culture disputes with RevGo Play. Watch, record, and stream all your favorite shows wherever you are. Free for all Rev TV subscribers. Rev, you and us together.
So who really want to ask out the dinner party?
Boss, that's easy. The government.
I do.
I do. Thank you. I do.
I do. And one day, he will too.
I do. Knock knock.
Here at the Nassau Container Port, we've diversified our ownership to give hardworking Bahamians a piece of the economic pie. And we'll continue to grow so that we can give you a consistent return on your investment. That's our promise.
Well, thank you so much for staying with us so far. It's been a great show, a beautiful day.
Beautiful day and hot. But it's beautiful on the inside. Man, I'm like a fan in here. This gallery, this exhibit, museum is just amazing, actually.
It really is, and these Chan Pratt pieces are just absolutely stunning. And you know, I really just love, and we're going to get to talk to Amanda Coulson in our second half, as well as Chan Pratt's son, DC, who started the Chan Pratt Foundation, about like the evolution of the paintings and his work.
Yeah.
But it really is a glimpse and a snapshot into Bahamian history. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's so diverse. I mean, it's like he took a camera and did this stuff. Just amazing. But listen, we've got more to come. I think we're going to be in the Fiona Theater. I think that's the name of the amphitheater downstairs. We're going to have the Diocesan Chorale. 46 years old. They're going to be doing a little something with us.
And it should be nice. I heard them warming up, so it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And like I said, we've got that conversation with Amanda coming up. Before we get to any of that, we're going to take a second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. First in insurance, today, tomorrow.
Thank you, Stan. Good morning, Bahamas. In your second look at weather, sunrise, troughing across northwest Bahamas. There's causing some cloudiness and showers over the northwest and central Bahamas. A lovely day over the southeastern islands. The tropics, though, in the tropics remain quiet and tropical storm formation expected over the next 5 days. In your marine forecast, those winds today south to southwest at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet in northwest and central Bahamas. Southeast to south at 10 knots or less, seas 1 to 3 feet over the southeastern islands. On Thursday, those winds become southwesterly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet in northwest and central Bahamas. Southeast to south at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the southeastern islands. And then on Wednesday, those winds continue southwesterly at 15 knots, sea 2 to 5 feet over the northwest and central Bahamas. Southeast to south at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the southeast Bahamas. Your tides. You can expect a low tide at 7:37 this morning. Next high tide at 1:49 this afternoon. Low again this evening at 8:01. Sunset at 7:57 this evening, rises at 6:20. UV index 9. Your water temperature 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and the moon phase for its quarter. Extended look, mix of sun and clouds. Expect those showers and thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon hours. Temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s, low 90s daytime, and the mid to upper 70s at nighttime. That puts you up in your fun look at weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Star.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Well, we've had a beautiful show here at the National Art Gallery. And the National Art Gallery collects, preserves, and exhibits historic and contemporary Bahamian art to educate, uplift, and inspire. What a powerful mission. Here to talk to us more about the current exhibit that you can find here, Chan Pratt Resurrection, are Amanda Coulson. She's the director here at the NAJB, and DeWitt Chan DC Pratt. He's the founder and director of the Chan Pratt Foundation. Ladies, gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
Good morning. Always a pleasure to be at the Art Gallery. Thank you so much for having us.
Our pleasure. Welcome to you.
Yeah. I mean, you come here and you feel exactly what the mission is that I spoke about. There's just so much beauty around you that you can't help but to feel at peace, to feel very proud, and then to smile. So it really is a beautiful space, giving off beautiful vibes. And we're in the Chan Pratt exhibit, which is absolutely stunning. A room full of Poinciana trees painted by your father. And can you tell us a little bit about who he was and what this exhibition represents?
Well, as the name states, Chan Pratt Resurrection, this is basically bringing his artwork and his legacy back to life. And so it's really meant to be a retrospective of his work. So we have works out from actually his O-levels up to his latest works, which was close to his time of passing.
I want to run that back. You said from his O-levels?
Yeah.
Wow.
maybe not everyone knows what an O-level is because we're so old.
Right, and so I remember my mom taking those, right? So
Yeah.
those were the examinations that you took before we had national exams. But
Yeah,
that
exactly.
This is a great body of work.
So yeah, this is about 30 years,
Okay.
of work.
Wow.
So yeah, being his son and you know, having such a connection to his artwork, I just wanted to work with the National Art Gallery to really bring to light the expanse nature of his work. And you know, again, as the name states, resurrection. So it's really bringing the essence of Chan Pratt to life.
I mean, it's so cool. You see the evolution in his work as an artist, but you also see the evolution of our country, right? And it makes sense because this is 30 years of expansion. For you, Amanda, you put on so many different shows here. What makes this particular exhibit something that the National Art Gallery is particularly proud to exhibit for us to see?
Well, you touched on one aspect, which is, you know, very often people look at paintings like this and they can write them off as just being picturesque or chocolate boxy or postcardy, but actually they're a really important document of our country.
Yeah.
So people walk through these rooms and you're looking at an empty beach and you realize that's Delaport Point.
Right.
Or you're looking at, you know, things, you know, I know this is off of Eastern Road in Winton and how that looks now. And so they are these kind of documents of how the landscape is changing, you know, sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. So they're sort of important archival documents for that. And also, speaking to what DC mentioned, we found that there were people that weren't remembering Chan Pratt the same way because he tragically died very, very young, in his 40s, 44. And even his collectors knew about him, but there wasn't as much of a wider understanding of his practice from the public as, say, a name like Eddie Minnis, who everyone knows and who was his mentor. And then even his collectors, they have come here, and I've been surprised because I'm able to see a lot of these works traveling around, that even they said, well, I didn't realize that he did so much. So it's important for us to show the accomplishments of certain individuals.
And you know, I've seen his work, but didn't know it was his work, and so this is so important because you see these Poinciana paintings in buildings that we go into often, right? So they're in doctors' offices, that you see them, but don't realize the connection.
You see one, and then you see another, but then when you see them all together, you're like, wow, and this is an impressive output. And I think also it helps us because part of our mission, as well as, you know, part of the educational part of our mission, is to speak about the practice of being an artist as well. And a lot of people think it's a hobby. A lot of people think it's something you do on the weekend or in your spare time. And no, you look around and you realize this was a legitimate career that this man had. He supported his family with it. And you know, it's important for younger Bahamians to understand that it's not just a hobby, that this kind of output can be done and can sustain you. And that we should appreciate that as well and value that as an important gift to our society and community.
Yeah, and it is. That's what it is. It's a gift to be able to present these memories. I'm from Grand Bahama. I walked past one of the paintings of the International Bazaar, and it was so special for me because we know the bazaar doesn't look like that now, but I remembered and got caught up in so many memories just in seeing that and presented it that way. Tell me, DC, all the works that we see here, is this everything that he's ever done, or are there still some hidden gems around that we just won't get to see just yet?
No, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh wow.
Like I said, he has a 30-year career.
Okay.
And he was a professional artist, so he would paint, sell.
Okay.
So you know, I can't even put a number to it or an estimate, but his works are still scattered throughout the Bahamas, throughout the world. I know of some people in Europe, the U.S., Canada, who have his works. The Clinton Presidential Library. And so right now what we're really doing is trying to reach out to collectors or people who may stumble upon his works to, you know, reach out to the Chan Pratt Foundation, because a big part of what I'm trying to do is to document what he has out there, because, you know, he died suddenly. So without any records.
So that's something we're trying to assist. So when I'm around, I see one in someone's house, I take a picture and I WhatsApp it and I say, I just saw this in Exuma, because it's a way to then build that you know, archive.
Right.
So part of the show is also sort of a request to anyone who has a Chan Pratt work, to let DC know, to let us know, so that, you know, we can together, again, create this archive, so that we can have sometime in the future the understanding of the entire output of this Bahamian who was taken from us too young.
Too young, way too young. So Amanda, how long does the show run? How long can we have the opportunity to come on in and see his work and what he's done?
Until July 28th, so come on down to the NHEB.
All right.
July 28th, and every Sunday is free for anyone who's resident in the Bahamas.
Okay.
So you can, it's a really nice family day. It gets quite busy. We have something called Fourth Sundays, and that's at the end of June is the next one. I believe it's the 23rd, and on Fourth Sunday we have free tour guides as well.
Okay.
So you can come and get more information. And, you know, not just see this show, but other shows that we have on. So
yeah, no, this is phenomenal. And Jan, I know that you guys are continuing to work with the foundation. A part of the goal being to kind of archive his works. You got the shoes on. You guys have to get a close up of the shoes because I'm in love with the shoes. You all know I'm a shoe person. But is that like a part of the goal to create his living art in new spaces? When you think about the future of the foundation, what's the goal for you?
Well, the mission statement is preserving a legacy through art and education. And so you're correct. One of my main focuses for the foundation is not just to cater to the art enthusiasts or the traditional art enthusiasts or art collectors. What I want is I want Chan Pratt and his work to reach all aspects of life. So, you know, we have a lot of people, especially a lot of young people, who appreciate art, but they may feel as if it's out of their price range, or they have to be a certain age or to appreciate or to purchase art. And so, like with the shoes, I'm trying to find different avenues to reach out to a wider demographic than the small art community. And, you know, again, we have the Chan Pratt Memorial Art Scholarship that's set up at the University of the Bahamas, and that's kind of my way to immortalize his name and his legacy in the Bahamas, and as well as with young up-and-coming artists.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Congratulations. And I'm sure as a father, he's just so proud that you've taken his legacy and turned it into this, and it really is a beautiful story. He brought up the University of the Bahamas, and before we go, Amanda, you guys just signed a memorandum of understanding with UB.
We did.
Give me a glimpse as to what that looks like and why that's so exciting
well,
for you
it's exciting
here.
for us because we've had a really very close informal relationship with the University of the Bahamas for many years. And, you know, we really encourage the students to come over and to engage with the gallery. So, you know, we have different, you know, again, if it's for a class, they come in free, even though everyone under 12 comes in free, but for students in the weekday, there can be a fee. So UB students can always come in, but it also means we can start to craft classes for UB complementing what they're offering, because they're working with university status to have a BA and an MA. Traditionally, any art student has gone to UB and they've left with an associate's, and they've had to go on abroad to get a BA or an MA in certain things, and so the idea is, of course, to make it possible for even more Bahamians. And so instead of them trying to do one thing over there and us trying to do it, we said, let's collaborate. What can we help you with? What can you help us with? So that our institutions can work together with our resources to build something that will be better for young Bahamians studying. So someone who's got the Chan Pratt Foundation scholarship to UB might end up coming to do some classes here. Or we might go over there to talk about museum practice, which is, again, a very good job that I think a lot of people don't think about. But if you're skilled and trained and you have a BA or even an MA in museum practice, that's a good job too. So there's so much to art beyond just being the painter. And so we're really trying to work to speak about those different careers. You know, we have more than 20 people working here, and some of those jobs are good jobs, good skilled jobs. So like, how do we expand that? How do we meet young people and talk about that? So we're really excited to have this memorandum of understanding at UB that Antonius Roberts helped us craft and get together, so that we can think about how do we better serve our constituents.
Awesome. I'm so grateful. Just excited about the future already. And I've told you this before, a huge fan of what you guys have done as a community here, transforming it into historic Charleston, turning the space into living, breathing art. Chan Pratt Foundation, that's going on until mid-July, so be sure to come and check it out. But thanks for having us so much today.
Thanks for coming.
And thanks for sharing your father's work with us as well. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. It's been a beautiful morning here at the National Art Gallery. Be sure that you get down here. free on Sundays. You've got no excuses to not immerse yourself in this beautiful place that educates and uplifts, much like Bahamas at sunrise. We're going to be right back after this commercial break.
Come on, Agnes. I've got all day.
Yeah, let's go.
Sprained her ankle.
He's lying, babe. Just we finished watching this movie.
How long was I? 4 days?
She always just play the same in every episode. I don't understand it.
See what y'all missing is y'all need to get to season 3, man.
I thought
season 1.
They said season 2 was where it started, though.
No.
Alive Postpaid. You're there for your friends when it matters, and we're here for you with more data to stream all the shows and movies you love.
Sorry about that, guys.
And I'm the sole heir.
With our letters of notification, we returned.
What's the kid doing in yellow?
Contacted the county officials.
Come on, man, it's the best part.
For everything that matters. Alive. Believe in best.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. In 1973, the Diocesan Chorale got its start 46 years later, still going strong. Very pleased to be joined by the president of the chorale, Steve Albury, maestro, and then, of course, the director of the chorale, Demetrius Delaney. Good morning, Delancey. All right, I got it right. Good morning, gents. Welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
We got you guys up early. You're doing your thing.
Oh, yes.
Listen, so 46 years. I mean, a lot of people don't know that, but it's been a long time you guys have been performing. You've had so many talented Bahamians over the years, and you've been a lot of different places. I mean, for somebody who isn't as familiar with D.C., just very briefly, just explain who you are.
Well, the Diocesan Chorale has been around for 46 years. We've traveled to London, Canada. The only thing the chorale hasn't done is a European tour, but every year we do an international tour.
Okay, every year?
Yeah, every year.
All right.
Except this year, we're not doing anything this year.
Yeah, but you got other big plans for the year.
Well, we have other big plans for this year. The plans we have this year, we're doing a Bahamian concert.
Okay.
The majority of it, where we're using black Bahamian composers.
Okay. Is that the thing?
That's the thing.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and by doing that, we are utilizing all of the pieces of some Bahamians who we well known, like Synovia Pierre, Cecil Richardson, and the late Andrew Curry. Andrew Curry was the president, was the owner of this group. And so we're just carrying on his legacy.
All right.
Well, one of the things that Steve didn't mention was that we're also doing pieces by black composers throughout the region as well.
Okay.
So we're doing pieces by Noel Dexter, who's Jamaican, a Puerto Rican piece, a folk song. We're doing 2 Haitian Creole pieces, actually.
Nice.
And we're also doing spirituals and art songs from black composers from the United States and from the Caribbean.
Nice, nice. I mean, that's excellent. I mean, it sounds like a time that's coming up. What's the date and time again?
Well, the date is July 15th and the 16th.
Okay.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
At St. Paul's Hall, out Lyford Key.
All right. Is it free and you bring an offering, or you?
Well,
is it ticket cost?
It's our sold, and the cost is $25.
$25. Okay. Where can you get tickets?
Okay. Our box office is at Engraving Services at Wilton Street, and their phone number is at 356-2801.
All right, good. So we're going to get a taste this morning of what we can expect coming up. What are you guys going to be performing?
Well, we're going to give you a small taste.
Come on, man.
We're just going to do the solo mia.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right, good, excellent.
Yeah,
but normally we do it with three, but the other person had to dash off to work. So
no problem, no problem, no problem. All right, good.
cosa naturale sole narrarisa dopore matam pelefasa penetet natena che bella cosa novino di sole tu sole che bella nei oh sole mio stat fantastic oh sole mio stands front a stands front a il sole che bella nei oh sole mio fanzante te oh sole mio stands front a te stands front a te.
One thing, two things, blue thing, all things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right, and in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. We really hope that you enjoyed the show.
Absolutely. And listen, we hope that you have a wonderful holiday. Get ready for work tomorrow. Remember to take that garbage with you. Man, take the garbage with you. All right?
Yeah, so please do that. And then, of course, we really want to encourage you to watch your children in the water. A wonderful day to go swimming in, and obviously one that will be lots of fun. But please be safe out there. And we will see you back here on Friday.